All right, guys. Sorry about that. All right. How is everybody doing today? I should be back in a minute. Um, I'm back over at my mother-in-law's trading. Let's go ahead and post. Oh, man. Shout out to Trade Ideas. Everybody go check out Trade Ideas. Really cool company, super dynamic scanners, allow you to do a lot of different stuff with them. So go check out Trade Ideas. I'll post that link for it here. I'll post that link for it in a minute. I'm on a new computer, so I have to find the link. So I apologize. Let me find that and then I'll post it really quick. All right. There we go. Hey, appreciate the new subscribe. Hold on one second, guys. Let me find out. Sorry, I'm on a new computer, so I gotta look for all my old links. How's everybody doing today? I tried out some different scanners. I might want to add some other ones to this pre-market list. We'll see. Let me see. Here it is. Yeah, go check them out. There's the link if you want to check out Trade Ideas. Best scanners in the game. Oh, I see. Okay, so Nightbot posted that link. So yeah, go check them out. Best scanners in the game. Really allow you to do a lot of cool stuff. How's my mic today, guys? How does my mic sound today? Is it doing well? I had to download a new version of OBS. Appreciate the sub, Peter. Thanks, brother. Appreciate the sub, Keys. Thanks for the subscribes, guys. Appreciate it. Justin, honestly, I gotta say I'm feeling much better today. I'm still a little bit nauseous, but I'm feeling much better today. I don't have a new mic, but I do have a new computer, and I'm trying to make sure my old mic is picking up. It's not. So this is actually my this is my Lenovo Legion mic. Here, let me put my blue snowball mic on. There we go. How's that? Is that better? Does that sound better or worse? I just changed the mic. Appreciate the sub, Peter. But yeah, that should be a little bit better. Okay, yeah. So Junior, the mic should be better now. Now I'm using an external mic. I'm using my old mic, so it should be a little bit better. This one's worse? Really? This one's worse than the other one? Hold on. Let me bring my mic a little bit closer. Is that better? All right, that should be a little bit better now. I had to change my mic out. At first, that first mic you were hearing was my Legion mic, my Lenovo Legion microphone, my built-in computer mic. This is the external one, so it should be a little bit better. At least I hope it is. Really? This one's worse? All right, I'm gonna test this out. I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna go listen to both of these. I'll be right back. Okay, I just checked. This current mic I'm using is way better than the first one. It is way better than the first one. The first one, I mean, props to Lenovo for, giving me a pretty decent built-in microphone, but the one I'm currently using is just way clearer. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I went back and listened to both of them, and when I changed them, and this current mic I'm using, the external mic, is way better. I'm sorry, guys. It just is. Hey, nice, Aaron. Yeah, man, the VWAP fade is super powerful, man. It's one of those things where it is easily my most successful day trading strategy by far. Easily my most successful day trading strategy by far, and just super accurate. It's just ridiculously reliable, and that's the great thing about it. Here, I'll try to put some different scanners up. I've been trying to play around with the scanners I have up this morning. Let me mess with it a little bit here. Let's see. Let's try this one, up in 5 minutes. Yeah, I like that one. So instead of this moving up on volume, we'll just put this up in 5 minutes one. I like that. Then we can also try, what else? What other kind of scanners do you guys want to see? We got up in the last 5 minutes, and then we got, let's see what else we can find here. That's a top list. Let's look for alerts. Bullish. We got my VWAP fade scanner that I'm going to add to, I do have a VWAP fade scanner that I made from Trade Ideas that I'm going to add to, there's a pre-market high one. No, they cost money. They're not free. Yeah, they cost money for sure. But I think Trade Ideas is the best scanners in the game by far. There we go. Here's a pre-market high one. Should be a little bit better. There we go. The one I'm using, it's about $118 a month, Junior. About 118 bucks. Oh no, what have I done? Sorry, guys. There we go. All right, guys. So what's everybody's main watch today? Let me get Thinkorswim out here. How about that? This is a good little mix of scanners. I'll probably save this one. Go ahead and save this layout. Yep. AMD long? We'll have to check that out. All right, guys. So yeah, I'll be right back. I'm gonna get everything rolling here, and I'll be right back. Oh, why don't I like using the upper and lower bands? I think every trader's different. I think the upper and lower bands can be useful, but at least specifically for me, I tend to prefer to just use the VWAP and that's it. The upper and lower bands are a little bit of a distraction for me, at least in my opinion. I think they can work, but again, I'm not necessarily in love with using them. If that makes sense. I'll be right back though, guys. I'm gonna try to drink some coffee today. We'll see how that goes. I'll be right back. All right, guys. I'm gonna go try to make some coffee. I will be back. What's up, man? What's up, Mitch? You there, bro?
What's up? What's up? I don't know if you can hear me. Let me fix my thing.
All right, I gotta go grab my mic and make my coffee, so I'll be back in a few minutes.
You got you.
You got it? You can hold it down?
Yeah,
All right,
just set it up.
all right, guys. I'll be back.
What's up? What's up, everybody? Good morning. How's how's the volume, everybody? Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Yeah, so talking about the feds here. Don't know if you guys can hear me. Can you guys hear me in the chat? Turn it down, dude. I got you, kid. I'll turn it up. All right, perfect. Yeah, let me lower this down. How's that? That should be a little better. Perfect. All right, guys. So one of the biggest thing, I'll go really quickly. Huge win yesterday on CVM. This stock had multiple times where it's run up to its high and just kind of faded out. Yesterday, the day before yesterday, I actually played this on the long side, and I could see it just trying itself to get above 9, and then it couldn't even get above 875 after that. Rejected. I went and I hit on it at 862. Was able to make a huge profit on this stock, over $300, and overall an amazing trade. I didn't even get the complete move. I was able to get down to 770s, 780s, but this stock went all the way down to 720s. So still missed out about 60 cents, but overall great trade, great VWAP fade, and a good example. Seeing as this one went down there to $7, bounced up there to $8, and went right back down. All right, guys. Like always, guys, go ahead and put up any stocks that you guys want me to go ahead and check out. All right, let's catch up with the chat. Do you trade it as a living or have a job? All right. Yeah, can't see what you're talking about, Justin. Don't worry, I'll get the chart up in a little while. I was talking about CVM. I'll put it up on the chat. Sorry about that. Just John's away right now. Can't pull up the chart. So, do I trade for a living or have a job? Well, I trade for extra income. This is my investments on the side. I do still have a full-time job and working towards eventually trying to get to only trading, only investments. But of course, you got to have that consistency. I think I built it up to where there's certain months where, yeah, I don't need to work. But of course, I need that consistency in my life. I don't want to be stressing so much on my trading that, you're thinking, hey, I'm not going to be able to pay rent because I'm trading crappy right now. So one of the things is you definitely want to go ahead and pay attention to that. All right, I see my chart up there. Let me get this a little easier to see here. Throw these position things on the side. Pull the daily chart. There you go. Should be able to see a lot better there. Okay, so like I said, this CVM trade, amazing trade here. VWAP fade, exactly what we want to see. We saw this stock try to get over, couldn't get over, eventually failing down. I went and I shorted it at 62s. Risk was 75. And it just cracked down and never came back. All right, let's go check up with some stocks. I saw some up there. I see Gamp. All right, let's check out Gamp. All right, Gamp had a huge upwick this morning, but as you can see, it didn't really go anywhere. Went right back down. Support on this stock 106. 106. If I see 106 right down, you could go ahead and look for that one on a short underneath the $1. If not, look for a strength down.
Hey. Hey. My bad, bro. I turned my mic on. I was going to get my mic in the other room. Wait. Hey, bro, my bad. Hey. Hey, sorry, I've been trying to talk to you. I realized I had Zoom muted. I turned my mic on in the other room, so the last 30 seconds they couldn't hear. My bad, bro. I had to turn my headphones on. When I turn my headphones on, it switches, and so it basically, I have to make it so that you come out of a different audio source on the stream. So hold on, let me add that real quick. Hold on.
He'll bounce back in techs. One of the biggest things is, like I mentioned in the chat, MU did get a good earnings beat. Another thing is, if you guys remember Hui, Trump has blacklisted a couple of companies from actually taking kind of imports and technology sector. And some of these companies are at the point where they're just not paying attention to it. Um, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Like, spell. Um, Let me look up the spelling for you. But this is the company. This is the second, pretty much largest in smartphone sales to China company. So one of the biggest things is all these companies like AMD, MU, they supply them. So does QCOM. One of the biggest suppliers is actually QCOM. So the companies are starting to ignore it, seeing as Trump's coming out news about delaying tariffs, and those delays can give them a chance to just get a little bit more money out before the tariffs actually hit. So I actually expect to bounce in these stocks, at least in the short term, and then we'll see what's actually going to happen with these stocks. And you can hit some news up. Yeah. Hui, there you go. Yeah. So like we mentioned, it's a beat, but like you say, it's short term expectations higher, long term to the downside. That's what they're trying to let you know. For the short term, yeah, we don't seem too bad. We could pull some more money out right now, but in the long term, with tariffs coming in, actually going to play a part, and overall year guidance on a lot of stocks are downgrades. Um, Guidances you'll see that have been pulled back, even from the biggest companies. And so this is definitely something a concern with earnings season starting within the next week or two. Yeah, I'm not. I feel like pulling up the video from January. I said that 3,500. I said that 3,500, man. It was holding too well. Anyone that got it at 4,000, I can honestly like bow down. That's the perfect price point where you only had about 500 risk, and the risk to reward there was so great. You could have tripled your money already. I called out in January and February that the real stocks to watch were going to be the marijuana stocks, and it was going to be that crypto. And it would have been definitely great long-term investments. One of the things I'm working on the most is whenever I have these nice theories, especially after times of complete panic and kind of when stocks get hit hard, that's when I like to go ahead and try to find stocks that are undervalued, but at the same time have great catalysts and great potential to get back to the levels that they were. Same thing happened with the cannabis, great catalyst, new asset class. Of course, it can take a hit, but because the support and the media behind it, I definitely still see marijuana stocks going up. That's that Warren Buffett. Nice. Look who's here. The OG. Yeah, man. I'm gonna be looking on that CVM today. If we get a run to 8, that's my expectation. I'm gonna see a green to red move. What I would like to see on that stock, and I'll tackle that right back down. And making over $300 yesterday, coming back from a $300 loss. So overall, making $600 yesterday. So yeah, had 3 winners. So you know, two, two wins. Yeah, one of the biggest things was just sticking to the risk and reward. I was able to accomplish. We had losses. We had one loss that was in the 200. That's the one we want to kind of limit. But our wins were in the threes, and that's really what we want to get to. Yeah. Mathematical advantage. Keep that in your corner, and you'll always kind of make your way out. But you start ruining that mathematical advantage, ruining the risk to reward on every trade, and you're not going to be able to make it back. Yeah, yeah, you start appreciating. Definitely, you start realizing my system actually gives me money. Like when I trade it, right? There's cash in that account. Oh yeah, trust me, we're gonna get uh the herd is coming. Let me just let you know that one. That's the time to scout. Yeah, one of the things I'd say now is just one of the keys that I learned in the cryptocurrency is that it always has moments of panic. So if you're looking for the cryptocurrency and you are still looking to get into these asset classes, wait for moments of panic versus moments of promotion. What I mean by promotion is just PR. Like right now, you're getting that PR day. You're going to see on CNBC everyone busting back out. Hey, Bitcoin's back, guys. 12,000. Where are we going next? 20,000. You're going to what we call the hype. Okay. The hype is going to start coming back, especially as we move into the fall season and what I call the TV season. It really what it is. And the media knows this and they start using it and using you guys to feed the market, to feed the herd. And so definitely pay attention for that. Look for days where it actually takes a hit. Look for days where there's big pullbacks. We always talk about extension in our trading. We look for extension, not necessarily to get in at the top, but to understand that the pullback levels give you some great risk to reward. Yeah, there was a little.
You guys haven't even been able to hear me. I've been muted this whole time. That's why. Dumb. Um, test test. All right, now you guys can hear me. So yeah, I've been muted this entire time apparently. Okay,
Yeah, I
so
sound a little crazy.
right, Mitch probably sounds like he's crazy talking to himself. Okay, so my story behind all of this is that I know Bitcoin's going crazy because my hairdresser was talking about being bullish in Bitcoin, and she was saying that once it got up to 15,000 or so, that she was going to buy more. And like I said a minute ago, I'm not saying that won't work, but I'm not doing that because Honestly, once it gets up to 15s, that's when I'm gonna start being very skeptical of it. Not skeptical, but Bitcoin is just so volatile for a long-term investment. You know, and my reference earlier was that would Warren Buffett buy shares of Bitcoin, invest in Bitcoin, or would Warren Buffett invest in any security that goes up and down hundreds of percent every year? I don't think he would. I think it's a little bit risky, and it's not necessarily a great long-term investment, just stability-wise. You know, like yeah, it's been going up, but it also dropped what? It also dropped what, like 500% last year, or the year before. So it's one of those things where I think people can make a lot of money from it, and I do think you can make a lot of money from it. But do I think you should invest in it long term, specifically when it's up to 15 to 20,000? I don't know. Again, though, just to preface everything, I guess it's too late to preface it, but I am not a crypto expert. I will clarify that I am not a crypto expert. Really don't know that much about it, and so I might be wrong, and I am man enough to say I might be wrong. So who knows? We'll see, guys. All right, guys. So what's everybody's main watch? We got about let's see, we got about 10 minutes left, 20 or 15 minutes left. What's everybody watching today? Right, exactly, Nick. Right, and that's exactly my point, though. Az is that Buffett is an investor. He is not a trader, and that's exactly my point. Is that Bitcoin for a long term investment specifically is pretty risky. In all honesty, you know, I think I'll clarify this. I think it's actually a good buy anywhere in the single digits, specifically under 5,000. You know, and that's easy for me to say in hindsight now that it's up to 12.5K. But I think that under, 5K, I think it's a good buy. I think over 5K, specifically 10K plus, extremely risky, long term. And I think short term it can make sense if you can get in at the right dips and stuff, but it's just kind of a risky move there. Which again, it's like I said before, it's a currency. Like Nick here is saying, it's a currency, guys. It's a currency. This isn't just a crazy penny stock. This is a currency. And so the long-term viability of Bitcoin, considering the fact that it's a currency, I don't know, man. I just don't know. I want it to succeed. I do. I really do. I'm anti-big bank, and I want Bitcoin to succeed. But a currency being so unstable and being so volatile makes it so where it doesn't have much viability. It doesn't have much use, except for traders. That's the only people that really use it. Nobody really buys stuff with Bitcoin. They might say they do, but I mean, nobody wants to buy. No, my point
I think
is,
it's long term. You gotta remember it's a brand new asset class that actually has um, a lot more money than most people think.
I know, but my point
It's
is that
been driven. It's gonna find it. It's just gonna take a long time.
right, and I guess my point is that at least right now, nobody is buying stuff off of Amazon with Bitcoin. I mean, people are buying stuff with Bitcoin, and I guess to be fair to Bitcoin, I guess this is really what it's used for, is more anonymous purchases online. And I'm saying more anonymous because it's not completely anonymous when you buy with Bitcoin. They can trace you and see who you are, but it's much, much more difficult.
Yeah, I think in the long run, what it's gonna help is that particular thing you're talking about. In the long run, privacy issues are going to be really big. Um, you know, there's too much tracking of money from the big banks, so people want to start dumping money to where it's harder to track, and it's a lot easier to let's let's say kind of get into investments that have to do with kind of world money versus just the United States dollar. So they're trying to, mix up their income so they can take advantage of tax and stuff like that. And that's why tax was such a big issue last time that cryptocurrencies went crazy, because there's plenty of people out there trying to definitely something I don't agree with, but do tax evasion and stuff like that. And I think that's also a big issue of cryptocurrency, is that there's a lot of, let's say, dirty money that's involved with it, and so that creates instability also. One thing I want to show right quickly before we get closer to the market is I pulled up an email here. This email is dated Monday, January 14th, 2019. This is something I sent to my friend. He was really into cannabis stocks at the time. He was looking to invest and was just kind of looking at stocks and which ones to trade. And I sent him these, and you can just see there were great opportunities. APHA, we got ACB. ACB was down here back at $6 on the support. And these are moments of buying. This is when you want to go ahead and set up. Whenever you see great kind of pattern setups holding at support, that's what we talk about. Those are those extensions pulling back to support levels, giving us a great ability to judge that risk and reward. And you can really take a stock like ACB here, knowing that it's down at the support, risk right off of that $6, or maybe right underneath there at that $5 for a $1 risk, and look for that potential to get that 5-to-1 or maybe a 4-to-1 return. And those will definitely give you the ability to do those long-term trades, as long as you give yourself the right risk to reward. The time in between, it's going to be worth it.
Do you know any free scanners? What is it? What we got? What's the other one I used to use? Man, I'm drawing a blank.
Stock trade or stock Watchlist or something like that.
I can't think of it, man. Hold on. I still use it. I get emails from it every day. They were a previous sponsor of mine. Hold on. I have to go look and find it. It's gonna bother me until I know.
And also use Thinkorswim.
Yeah, Thinkorswim. Do I know any real time scanners like Trade Ideas that are free? Not really, no.
I mean, the real key is you need market data. Market data is expensive, guys. It's not cheap.
You guys probably know. What's the scanner I used to use on here? I can't remember the name of them. Yeah, Thinkorswim's free. Snaptrade is one. Snaptrade is pretty decent. Snaptrade.
There you go. Yeah, that one wasn't too bad. Had some good things.
Yeah.
They even had a gapper scanner.
Yeah, Snaptrade's not bad. I know the dude, previous sponsor of mine. But like I said, I think Thinkorswim's going to be the best scanner in the game. I know it's not free, but I think it's easily the best scanner in the game. Trade Ideas.
Yeah.
Trade Ideas, I mean.
Yeah, there's only one more that I think is kind of equivalent, but it's just the price is out of this world. That's eSignals.
All right, guys. Let's see. We got today. I got to go buy an external monitor for my trip. The good thing, like I said, I'm trading on my new Lenovo Legion Y545. And so I gotta go buy another external monitor for my trip this weekend. But this thing's cool, man. Really good picture quality too. Yeah, man, I think chat rooms can be super beneficial because not only do you get what's moving, but you also get context, which I think is undervalued.
Looks like we're gonna have to go that VR route.
Yeah, man.
Now we got the computers for it, John.
Who's got the better setup? Most definitely Mitch. Mitch has definitely got the better setup. The cooler setup. Mine is more encompassing. I have two 27 inches and then a 34-inch ultra wide in the middle at my house. And that's my home setup. And it's, like I said, it's encompassing. It does a full, I I have to turn my head completely not to see a screen. But Mitch's is more clean.
Well, that's just because I thought about it, the same thing you're thinking about. The corners, can I really see them?
Right. I mean,
And
mine's
I tried to
useful.
keep, yeah, I tried to keep it where I can lean back and peripheral view is not going to be at 90 degrees. It's going to be more like 75. And I think that's where you can actually see. You're not going to see to your complete right. It's just not going to happen.
Right. Here, I'll show
I
you guys
played
mine.
enough baseball to know that.
Yeah, here, hold on. Look, I'll show you mine. Let me get this thing out the way.
But it was fun. I mean, my setup really, relative to most people's what they spend on their setup,
That is
is
mine.
really not that expensive. I was able to find these really good monitors that aren't. I mean, it's not anything to brag about the quality, but the way that they're set up, the bezel, um, all that helps. Just gives me a great look. Everything's pretty much close together. I don't have no corners, and essentially it becomes one big screen.
Yep. All right, guys, let's get this rolling here. Let me get everything all good and set up here for my scanners. I got a
I'm
few new
thinking
scanners here, I think, as well. What'd you say?
probably gonna buy a new graphics card. I want to add a TV this November.
Uh,
I'll have my setup and then a huge TV above it.
Honestly, I got the one that came with this Legion. I think it was the 1660 GTX 1660 Ti, which I think is the newest one, right? I'm not sure.
Yeah. No, you have a good one. I saw it. That was pretty decent.
Yeah, I got the GeForce GTX 1660 Ti is what I got. Kind of ironic because I don't play any games.
You're gonna get those USB monitors.
Portable? Well, yeah, most likely. Most likely. It's just I honestly really only need one so I can stream. I don't know if I might buy two. Two would be cool to have like a portable triple monitor setup. That would be fun. But I don't know. We'll
Yeah.
see.
Try to find the ones that you can connect straight to your laptop. You don't even need an external power source.
Right.
It would run right off your laptop.
What's up, Junior? Oh, you like Snap Trade, man? Nice, man. Happy for you, bro.
All right, guys. 9:27 here. 3 minutes to the bell. Let's start locking down, getting what we're really wanting to trade here, and trying to capitalize on this.
Yeah, let's do it, guys. Let's see what we can do. I've had one green day, one red day this week. Ended the day still, in gross profits, I think I'm up this week. In net profits, I'm down after commissions. No worries though. Like I said, I'm just trying to make it work. Got to use a little bit larger sizing though. I know yesterday I was using way too small of size here.
Okay,
I want my
so
new keyboard lights though for this new computer, but I can't figure out how to turn them on, man.
you might need to go into your programming when you start up your computer. The
Yeah.
first, yeah.
I'll check it out. Honestly, it kind of like I was so excited to get this computer, but I didn't even open it when I got it because I just felt so bad yesterday. I just didn't even care. Now I'm like looking at it. I'm pretty excited about it. I mean,
All
USB
right, guys.
monitor. I don't necessarily need a USB monitor. I just need one. My bad, Mitch. I know you keep trying to say something.
No, you're good. I just see green. I just want to let everyone know. At least in my watch list, there's only one red ticker for the day. Everything's gapping up. Everything looks relatively strong. I know the SPY looks a little weak, and it's been weak since yesterday. Faded 3 times yesterday. An important level to watch is going to be 292.80s. If it gets back above that, we'll definitely can hold in the bullish sense. And breaking down, another level to watch would be 290.70s. If it gets back down there, and then we'll be looking more on the bear side.
I think that $30 pre-market high for AMD is huge as well, especially considering it's squeezing up there
Huge.
now. Yeah, man. I think that's
See the
a
60
big
minute.
level.
Yeah, definitely. If it gets above that 30 and hold, we should see strength towards that 350
Yep.
and 31 mark. One of the big things is you look at AMD, you see a good support on the daily chart. Whenever I see good support on the daily chart, that's more than that intraday support. Understand that daily resistance and daily support is always going to act stronger than an intraday hold.
Yep.
That's why we use multiple time frames to find the important levels. Yeah, definitely seems some strength in AMD.
All right, guys. Here's the bell. Here we go. Man.
No lie, I almost bought that $30 right there.
$30 breakout on AMD. I mean, it's been
Yeah,
a
I
while since I
almost
took a
bought
pre.
it.
It's been a while since I've done a pre-market high break, man. It's just
Yeah, I was gonna buy it right there. It was gonna be a good scout. Had that feeling. You can look for the moving average change. That
yeah, there it
that's
is.
I think it's that kind of day. That push right there would have been a nice 20, 30 cent push.
Yeah, we got the SPY dropping. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, it just looks strong. It was approaching it so quickly
Super
too.
strong.
Yeah, man.
Bunch of stocks super strong.
MU. CGC's dropping. Kron is not really doing much. We got in penny stock land. We got ACST. ACST. Pop it up on the scanners here. We got TTNP. All right, MU looking strong too. AMD pulling back a little bit here though. Let me start this recorder in case I need to make a video today. There we go.
All right, looking for VWAP bounce for QCOM. Needs to come right below VWAP, and I'll jump on it at 65s. But look at those breakouts. Kind of thinking I should have done a little gap and go strategy today.
No pre-market trading on TEFs. SPY looks like it's about to get pretty bullish here. If we can break this high.
Yeah. Everything ripping out like it is. I can see it just ripping out the same way. QCOM rip out. SWKS rip out. AMAT rip out. MU rip out. AMD rip out.
MU looks strong for sure.
Yeah.
CGC might be fading right here, but it's just too narrow of a range for right now. There's the SPY breaking highs. MU might be a nice little VWAP bounce if it can pull back there. It's got a pretty big range too. I might consider it. But yeah, there's the SPY breaking highs here. We got OSTK on the low float scanner. Look at OSTK, guys. I think this one's tradable for us too. Let me see. I'm not 100% sure. Let me get my, what was it? Trade manager? Yeah. Let's see if this is tradable or not. Yeah, so OSTK is tradable for us. So cool. And OSTK is back down to the VWAP. OSTK looks pretty interesting here, I gotta say. Just the spread's just too gnarly on it. It's a very low float stock for OSTK, and it's spiking up some. The spread's just pretty rough. It's a 10-cent spread. Just a little bit too much risk reward. Looking at AMD, MU, I mean, I'll consider some of these with pullbacks. We'll just see if we get those. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, guys. The goal is to get 200 subs a week on the channel. And so we got the little weekly subscriber goal here now, so don't forget to hit that subscribe button, show your support. There goes OSTK pulling back here. Also, guys, remember to go check out Trade Ideas, best scanners in the game.
Just missed that entry for CGC.
Look at Overstock just wash here. It looks really, really weak. Overstock stock is looking really, really weak now. Um, hmm. Like I said, guys, go check out Trade Ideas. I'll post that link here so you can go check them out. There's the link. Best scanners in the game. Kind of want to short Overstock right here. It's just the spread's just too rough, but it just looks so weak right here. I just feel like it's going to tank. But it's a little volatile and crazy right now. Look at that fade on CGC, though, man.
Yeah, CGC was all right, but I didn't really like it too much. Not really gapping, more pushing down.
I'm really not seeing that much I really, really like. Kron looks
Yeah,
weak.
mainly long plays. I'll be right back, guys. 2 seconds.
All right, guys. So yeah, I'm kind of looking at stuff. I mean, MU, AMD, CGC. CGC's looking a little bit better. I could use this 10-cent risk level right about here for CGC, and maybe I'll take a little starter trade on it with 100 shares just to get my feet wet with it. Maybe a little bit too late, but I don't hate it here. Yeah, I can risk $10 on this trade with 100 shares. We'll see. Very minor risk. We'll see what happens here. It's the only one I really see fading, and I may be kind of risking it trying to trade with a lot of stuff just being really bullish and honestly a little volatile and crazy today. I just don't want to see CGC squeeze up and break these highs. I mean, that's the biggest thing I really honestly got to worry about here. But if it breaks down, I mean, we might get a little $30 gain. It just depends. Like I said, the very minor trade. We also have PYX, which doesn't look terrible here. PYX. At least it's moving. Not too much, though. Alright, so here we're getting a little bit of a push up for CGC. The spread's still pretty low, though. At least the bid is. It's just kind of a slow, dull day, guys. Sorry, I know there's not much action today, but it's just kind of slow and boring today.
Let's look around. It's not too bad. Long side's looking great. So
yeah, I mean,
it's just a short day, brother.
I bought 100 shares of CGC, just looking to short it on the way down. If it really washes out, just gonna let this work a little bit. I mean, I'm risking like $5-10. I'm not really super worried about it.
I mean, this is day for VWAP bounces, not VWAP fades, I think.
Right, and that's why I took this 100 shares, just because if it does break down, it might give me a quick little.
Bounces. Look at AMAT, look at AMD, MU, SWKS, QCOM, all VWAP bounces. So if you guys don't think that we have a positive strategy in a VWAP bounce, it's a perfect day to go ahead and look at that. How many stocks here? We got like 5 stocks doing VWAP bounces. Easy plays to go ahead and make. Good risk to reward. Usually around 10 to 15 cents risk. And on these cases, about 20, 30 cents of profit, and certain ones up to 40%.
Oh yeah, look at CGC. It did look good for a minute, but now it's starting to wash out. I might risk $10 on this trade though. Very minor trade, but it's acting very volatile, very spready. Too. Kron's actually starting to push up as well, so I just got to be especially careful here. Oh, there's a flush.
Definitely glad I was able to call out in the morning about, hey guys, be careful. Looks like a bullish day. Do wish I could have took some of those VWAP bounces.
Yeah,
Took a
AMD
step
was
away from the computer.
AMD was a pretty one. Look at AMD's VO bounce. That was perfect.
I was calling them out. Look for the VWAP bounces. John, I don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I know you have a message on other John.
Oh, my bad.
That's the fun
I'm gonna
part.
be like, I'm John. My name's John.
John, John, I can hear. Yeah, talking about the other John. He asked a question about Tef's overnight trading.
Yeah, you
All
can.
right, you can, but it's just going to be expensive.
Mm-hmm.
There's big fees that you're going to have to pay for it. I wouldn't
Yep.
suggest it. Let's put it this way: unless you're huge in the profit, I don't think it's necessarily the right
Well,
move.
I
It's
think
broke.
I think if you use less than a certain amount of your buying power, they don't charge you anything. And so I think you can hold stocks overnight on TEFs. You'd have to reach out to them and ask them. I know it's a specific amount of buying power. I think it's like if you use less than, I think it's either 50 or 25% of your buying power, then there's no fees. But I'm not 100% sure it's best to reach out to them. But I think it's something like that. Somebody else might know better than I do. But I think it's either 25 or 30 or 25 or 50%. And so if you use less than 25 or 50% of your buying power while holding overnight, then you're fine. But if you use over that, then you're going to get hit with fees. If what I remember is correctly. But like I said, best to reach out to them. I can't remember the exact amount. 2,000 on the intro account, so you can't use over 2,000. Okay. I knew it was something like that. It's a set rate depending on your package. Okay, yeah, for sure. So like if you want to buy small and, trade small, I think it's fine. But if you're trying to hold large positions overnight, you know, not probably the best move.
Yeah, that's when it gets a little weary. MU back at VWAP. So is
AMD pulled it
AMD.
back. Yep. AMD is just way too close for me to like that one. AMD specifically, I'm not saying it won't, but I'm saying it's way too risky because how quickly it pulled back and how soon. It's not just necessarily how quickly, but I guess it's another word for it. But it just bounced. This thing just bounced, 5 minutes ago, and now it's already back at the VWAP, which shows a little bit of weakness for AMD. Kind of like if a stock goes up to the VWAP and then for a VWAP fade and then immediately pulls back down and then goes back up, it looks kind of strong because it keeps pulling back to it. Yeah, sorry guys. I know I'm in a little baby trade here with CGC. I just don't really see much else I really like. I mean, AMD might bounce here, but like I said, it's a little bit too soon for another VWAP bounce for AMD. And right now, it just makes it look a little sideways.
All right, watching EMPH here. Just thinking about shorting it there, but looking for more of the VWAP reject for it to come through 50 here and then come back up to 60.
Maybe AMD will bounce here. I don't know, man. It's like I said, it's kind of one of those things where I don't necessarily like it, but it could work. I guess I don't know. Maybe I was wrong on that one. All right, so there's the breakdown on CGC. Let's see if it actually holds here with my little 100 shares. Not a bad little fade so far for with 100 shares. Go ahead and see if we can get a little bit larger of a breakdown. There we go. Beautiful.
There you go. Hold it
Go ahead
strong.
and take half off there. And I'm just gonna let this last little bit work. Not a bad little trade for 100 shares. And these are kind of the trades where if I'm not super confident in the setup, I'll just trade it small. And then if it works really well, because there was so much indecision, that a lot of people are gonna get squeezed out, and that's gonna make it go my direction even more. So not a bad little, play trade on CGC here. Yeah, see, this is what I'm saying with AMD. It just looked weak. Pulling back so soon with AMD, it just looked weak. Whoa, Jack, what's wrong, bro? Scammed on Bitcoin? I'm not the guy to answer if you are or not, man. I don't know much about Bitcoin, brother. So don't bring bad vibes in here, man.
Yeah. A day trade Bitcoin can get bitten real quick.
Yeah, man. Even investing in Bitcoin, especially, like you can get hit hard. So good luck anybody that's brave enough to do that.
Yeah, I don't think that's what you call an investment.
Yeah.
It's called a coin in the pond.
Flip a coin. That's the problem though, is that people hear about Bitcoin. This is the problem with it all. Is that
I told you it's the herd.
Well, right, naive investors, they don't understand. They hear people talking about how great Bitcoin is and about how strong it is and how many people are Bitcoin millionaires now. But the people that are Bitcoin millionaires are the ones that bought it 5-10 years ago. And they hear all these Bitcoin millionaires, and so they say, I want to make a wise decision for my future. I'm just going to buy a bunch of Bitcoin right now at $12,000, And then in 6 months when it drops down to, 3, then they're crying and they're upset. And that's the problem, is that they don't understand the cycle of things. And I'm not saying Bitcoin won't succeed. I'm just saying it might drop before it does.
Tried to get in there MU at 36.25, but didn't get a fill. Was going to risk off at 36.10.
I'm going to get out of CGC here. $20 gain. I feel like it might bounce here, but I might be wrong. But out of CGC, I'll take it. Not a bad little 20-cent per share gain with 100 shares. Little feeler trade. Let's see what else we get.
Nice getting that squeeze in CVM that I expect. I expect this squeeze. I want to see it squeeze to 8 and reject.
Yeah, that first VWAP bounce on AMD was beautiful.
Yeah.
Second one, I don't trust it. I think I've been pretty vocal about not trusting the second one here, but nice, Scott. ACS
It's just not the time to enter it. Let it try to get through the VWAP twice, reject, and then it should head back north.
Honestly, why is the volume so low today?
Well, one of the biggest things is just there's still uncertainty. A lot of the volume has been pulled out of the market itself. A lot of money is being traded into debt instruments like loans and bonds and gold and silver and a whole bunch of different asset classes that are more safe, appealing to investors right now.
Yeah.
I think there's scout plays right now with the big investors, but no one's taking large positions right now on that long side. They're sticking around and trying to scout momentum moves.
Look at CPAH. I appreciate that, whoever. Danny, thanks, brother. Look at that move, man. Penny stock. I'm about to deposit some money and trade some penny stocks, though. It's also summer, and like Sid said, it's the middle of summer, and so volume a little bit slow. Look at
All right.
CPHA though. If you could trade CPHA, it doesn't look like a bad little VWAP bounce dip buy for a parabolic move. Maybe not parabolic, but very big move for CPHA if you could trade it. Oh, I'm feeling so much better today, man. I probably lost 10 pounds in the last 3 days from this stomach virus I had. It's terrible. Yeah, man, Scott, the volume's just slow today. I mean, usually long or short, I can find a few things to get into. I mean, to a few of these credits, AMD did look good. Mitch was calling out longs this morning, so a lot of the ones that Mitch were calling out bounced beautifully. QCOM, AMD. It looks like I got really lucky and got into like the only one on my watch list that faded nicely. And so I was pretty lucky getting in CGC, which is the only one that faded on my watch list. But yeah, I mean, now things have slowed down, it looks like. SPY is fading. Whoa. Yeah, guys. All right, so fades might start to be in play a little bit more. And I built up a little bit of a cushion, but look at this SPY drop. The market is dropping. Completely broke lows.
Keep watching the 15-minute. It hasn't really made a move yet. It's still range bound. It just went to the top of the range. Now it's going to make its way to the bottom of the range, 291.33. Watch for that break.
For sure. I mean, I think it might
That's
bounce
been
there.
helping me with the SPY is a 15-minute chart. If you're watching the SPY on a 1 minute, you're just going to get faked out.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not super I mean, I've traded a lot of penny stocks, don't get me wrong, Sid, but it's not really my style either. Part of me wants to, but now seeing how wrong I was on CPHA, part of me is like, yeah, maybe it's best that I stick to my niche here and just kind of stick with what I'm good at. So John Ennis posted a link in our Discord from a YouTube channel called Easy Peasy. I'm kind of mad they took that name, man. That would have been a great channel name. My kids say that all the time. I don't know, man. I'm one of those guys that just say so far out of politics that I don't even care about it.
Opportunity. I'm thinking here MU 36.25s. Had a chance to get in there right there. I'm seeing that down 1, down 2. I think we need to see this down 3 attempt here and it not kind of fade through that 25.
Long or short?
I want to take this one long. It's just holding really well at the support here and giving me a good risk to reward here. If I get in at 25, I can risk all the way to 36.05, 20 cents. And the reward is easily 75 cents up. So I'm looking to see rejections at 36.25's level. Here comes the fade down to it. Expect to see a push on it. If it's just holding, that just shows even more strength.
Yep, Junior, that's it, man. They say that all day.
It's an important level at 36.25. You're gonna get this high, a push down to it. I'll even let it wick past it if it does. And then when it swings back, we'll go long. Got to watch the SPY to see if it's going to break down that low that I've been watching, that range. Okay, this is that third up, 1 down, 2 up, 2 down, 3 up, 3 down here. 36.25 should not break.
Yeah, I could throw Mitch's charts up here while I'm just kind of hanging out.
All right, guys, the real key is we're getting this strong hold in, like I'm talking about, this 36.25 area. We've gotten 1 chance to crack it, 2 chance to crack it, 3 chance to crack it. Let it pull back a little bit here, try to break down, and then I'm going to go long. Hold on, my dog's going crazy.
Which one do you see, Junior? There, I could see either one for AMD. It could be a VWAP bounce or a rejection. At this point, though, AMD's so sideways that I just don't trust it either way. In all honesty, I don't know which way it's going to head. It's one of those ones where it just depends, but it's so sideways right now for AMD.
Yep. Let's see if we get a pullback right here. Got that little fake out there to the long side there. Here should come a little pullback.
There goes AMD breaking out. So yeah, maybe it was a little bounce play, but AMD is just so sideways too. It has that little range move, but
yeah, I might have missed it. Yeah, I can't take it now, guys. The 25 spot was the entry. Have to stick to the entry. Some people start overreacting. They see it rip above the trend line and they jump on it. This is how it captures a lot of those traders that try to do breakout buys.
Yep, I'm feeling better, Hero.
Yep, there you go, guys. Can't do nothing about it now. It's just a miss. Thought I was going to get one more pullback to the 25. Should have took the buy. The risk never came. So that's how it goes. Little hesitation there. Should have taken the trade. It's a good setup. Great setup, actually. Rejected once, twice, 3 times. Usually has a chance to pull right back up.
Yep, on to the next one. I mean, I'm still looking for some too. We'll see what we get. I mean,
that's all I can do.
Yeah.
Just move away.
I mean, you might get a pullback on MU. It's got that resistance there at 36.70.
I have a tendency whenever I feel like I miss, just take the stock off.
Yeah.
The FOMO starts happening. You start thinking of, well, maybe if I enter now, it's still not that bad. Then next thing you know, you have a entry that you weren't planning to get in the first place.
Yep.
It has to be those kind of exact, set, complete plans. It's not about kind of being flip-floppy. I was thinking about here ARRY. It wasn't too big of a range, that's why I didn't take it, but it wasn't that bad. It was about a 5-cent risk, 15 cents on the profit side.
Bitcoin's slowly edging up to 13,000.
I'm telling you, I saw it last night. Bloomberg goes crazy. Bitcoin at $12,000, guys. Almost to 20,000.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, why are you saying that part?
Yeah, man.
Why do you include the extra little bull-side-ish view?
Right. We're besides, like, we're still what, like 40% away from 20,000, you know?
Yeah. Remember I talked about Riot 2 days ago. Breakout to $3 was very important. What happened, guys? Huge breakout. It's up there now at 362. It's holding well. Made 3 attempts to break down here. And I'm telling you right now, I see the volume jumping in this. It doesn't look like it's trying to get shorted. It has a whole bunch of volume coming in there. 64s, above 65s. This could really start getting some momentum. One of the things I like about the Riot today is that it's actually been hit all morning. It started up all the way up there to 420, 430s. It pulled back all the way here to 360, created a strong support here at 353. So if you do get a move down, just look for that 353 to hold and come right back above. Do see some kind of what I call bag holders jumping into that stock. And the important level for their downside risk is at 353.
All right.
Hanging out.
I've been hanging around. I'm a beautiful singer, guys. You don't even know.
The true American Idol.
That's right.
Man, look at QCon. Look at that bebop bounce. Pew! Man, I should have took one of those bebop bounces today. You know, a little FOMO in there.
Hey, brother. It happens, man.
Yeah. You know, one of the things that you learn is the longer you get into this game, you're going to have moments where you really do kind of understand where the market at least should open up and head to. And if everything goes in that order, there's no problem with you taking a trade in that direction.
Right.
You know, everything you said before happened. Everything is happening in the direction. The volume is in the support. The SPY was in the support for the breakout when it just happened. And that's what you got to look at. And then the only thing you can do as a trader is take trades. We don't take trades because they're right or wrong.
You take them because they're following your setup with good risk reward.
That's it. You know, easiest thing to do is to look at trading as wins and losses, but definitely not the way to succeed in trading.
Yep.
You look at it at wins and losses. By the time it comes, when it actually does hit you, you're going to get hit so hard on the emotional side. You're not going to be able to control it.
Yep.
There's those run up for CVM that I kind of predicted pre-market. It's just holding way too low for it to crack down there. I'm expecting it to come back up here, find some resistance in these areas, push maybe to that 8, but then I'm going to look for a hard rejection to get into that stock later in the day. Just putting that out there way before ahead of time so you guys know that that's the plan. If it follows it, I shouldn't hesitate. I should take it and nail it.
Yep. We got any traders out in the Michigan area? I'm going to be out there in a week. %, Justin, or Junior. Junior, it just takes time, man, and it's conditioning. You just got to condition your brain to accept them. You know, you understand that it's nothing against you. Even if you... Here's the thing. This is the hardest thing for a new trader to really understand. Is that when you take a loss, it does not mean you are a bad trader. It does not mean you failed. It does not mean that you're a bad trader, basically. It just means that that trade didn't work out for you. As long as you're following your plan and you have good risk reward and you're sticking to your plan, then that's a good trade, regardless of whether you win money or you lose money. And that's the hardest thing for a new trader to understand, is that even though I lost on this trade, it does not mean I'm a bad trader. Because what happens as a new trader? You lose money and you say, man, all this studying is pointless because I'm a terrible trader. Yada, yada, yada. But the truth is that sometimes you're just going to lose. And that's okay. You know, that's just part of it. But yeah, so while we got a little minute here, if anybody wants to use the same platform and broker that Mitch and I use, as well as help support our channel here, I'll post this link. The base package on TradeNet comes with 14,000 in buying power to trade with. So new traders get access to a funded account with 14K in BP. There's also no PDT rule with that funded account. Commissions are pretty cheap if you consider that it's 0.006 cents per share plus fees, which equals out to about 0.0075 per share. Which, if I buy less than 200 shares, less than 200 or 300 shares, my full round trip is like what, like $5? Around $5. So really cheap commissions, and I think it's a huge benefit for new traders. It also comes with a trading course and chat room on sale through my link for under $400. It's $399 through my link, and so if you want to check that out, there's the link as well. If you look above that and see what Nightbot posted, that's a full walkthrough where I break down their pros and cons, because to be completely honest, there are some cons with TradeNet. There is a 70-30 profit split, and so in any profit you make, you keep 70%, and they keep 30%. It's very similar to a prop firm, and there is a max loss. But there's a shorting ability. I don't think anywhere else in the trading world can you actually be able to short stocks with that much buying power, with that cheap of commissions for that small of an initial investment. I think it just makes a lot of sense. I think most traders are probably going to lose their TradeNet account as well, because most new traders lose their account. But this is just much cheaper than depositing thousands into a regular broker and losing that. And so I think it makes sense. Go check them out. There's the link. Also, guys, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Like I said, our goal is to get 400 subs, or to get 200 subs this week. And so let's hit that subscribe button. Let's hit that goal.
All right, guys, just working. Still no trades taken. Why? I don't see it. I'm not going to rush to it.
We're also going to be doing a trade ideas giveaway. I'll give you guys some more information on that, but we're going to be giving away a free month of trade ideas scanners. And so,
What?
Yep, I'll be explaining that a little bit later on. Still got to work out the details.
What?
But it should be fun.
Yeah, looking at SQ here. Holding support, guys. Same thing what happened with the MU. Hold, hold, hold.
They do, Justin. But I don't have that link because I'm at a different computer. I'm not at my home computer. I'm on my new laptop at my mother-in-law's. I'll try to find that. And I could probably... Here, I'll get it. I'll try to get it for y'all before the stream ends. Let me reach out to them and see if they can send it to me.
Same thing happened there for Square. That happened to MU. Held 3 attempts to break down. Held support. It's pushing up to the resistance now. See if it pulls back here. Come back around. It's still hanging out, guys. Hasn't decided if it wants to break down. Like I told you, that 291.30 is what you want to see if it completely breaks down there. The SPY has been doing me really well by using the 15-minute and not anything lower. Every single time I go lower than the 15-minute, I do not read the SPY the right way. Yesterday, I read it really well by doing the 15-minute. By using the 15-minute, you saw the fades that happen each time. And the 15-minute just gives you an ability to not get faked out by those quick moves. Kind of let the time go by and show you the opening range. Now we're going to get that opening range here. This is the third candle, and it should be closing.
Yeah, a lot of stuff sideways. AMD, MU. Cannabis plays are down, but microchips are sideways. Yeah, I mean, I'm not seeing... It's just a little dull right now. Let me see if I can find anything else.
Doesn't look good. Everything kind of pulling back down and strongly there.
Yeah.
It's so strongly that I can't long Square. That pattern, not a candle that you want to be jumping in long.
Okay, so yeah, Eric said as long as it's not more than 20% of your account for the overnight hold on TradeNet and Tefs. I don't know. Best thing to do is probably reach out to them. I'm not sure which one it is. That's the one I originally heard, but I'm not sure which one. Yeah, there goes AMD breaking down. It's just not in any... It's in a range-bound play, so you could consider shorting it around the highs or longing it around the lows. But when it does break, it might really break, and so it might be a little bit more risky, honestly.
There's CVM, now up there to 785s. Get in there.
Yeah, just low volume. Spready. Low volume.
Yeah.
What's up, James? Oh, yeah, I haven't even been watching Roku or SQ today. What have they been doing? I usually watch those. I mean, Roku is right out down to the VWAP now, and SQ is under it as well. But yeah, most of these are just sideways too. And I gotta delete some of these for Roku. There we go. I'm just kind of keeping an eye on the SPY.
There's CVM hitting my alert. Keep an eye on it.
But yeah, I mean, Roku's down to the VWAP. You could consider a bounce, but you got to set a pretty tight risk, in my opinion, for this one. And it's just like AMD earlier. It's just a little risky, and it's just a little weird and kind of sketchy, I think. But how do you tell if a stock is vulnerable to weakness? Hero, I'm not even going to comment on that. I'm anti-politics, man, and this is a no politics zone here, so... In fact, I'm even going to delete that hero. No politics in this room. Alright, there goes the SPY breaking into that big 291.30 level. It's down to 291.25, so we may get some more weakness here. Alright, guys. Well, kind of a dull day right now.
There you go. Got that break of the SPY.
Yeah, there goes AMD breaking him down along with the SPY. I think this is gonna be a big moment here. Yeah, probably so. Roku, I don't know. Like I said, Roku, I think if you did trade it, it would have to be a pretty tight risk. It, like I said, it's one of those ones where it just bounced a little bit too soon relative to when it did before. Everything's very,
One
very choppy today.
is Riot.
Yeah, riots. I think it's depending on what Bitcoin does. I mean, if this one can break these highs, it looks good. But everything's so rangy right now. Just such a sideways action for most of these stocks. So not in love with anything today, really.
Yeah, can't blame me. I haven't even taken a trade. All right, want to see CVM push one more time up there. Tried to get to that 8, reject, and then we can get a starter.
Look at Roku here. If Roku drops down and then bounces back up to the VWAP at 94, I might consider a little rejection play. It's just, you got to be careful because of how rangy and sideways this is, but might be more interesting if you look at Roku or SQ even here. Maybe a nice little VWAP rejection play there. Maybe I could have held on to CGC with my last little 50 shares, but small potatoes, I think.
I need some sweet potato, man.
Yeah, man.
I need some more coffee, man.
This is my first day drinking coffee in 4 days.
All right. There's the push. There's a SPY holding down.
Yeah, man.
Let's see. Remember I talked about that 2130? 291.30?
Yep.
Watch to see if that holds. If that holds, this you should see all the stocks that went bullish slowly just start hitting their support and then turning them down.
Yeah, it's just
If you see that quick move back to VWAP, you can expect that hold.
93.
It's kind of a similar thing that happened yesterday. Yesterday, stocks went to the bear side, and then the SPY faded. Every single time it came back to VWAP, things looked like they were going to turn around, but then it hit VWAP, came right back down. This is a different case here now. We got stocks that are on the bullish side, We want to see the SPY hold bullish. We're seeing it come down to the bear side. We're going to see it go to the VWAP, and we want to see if it reverses that VWAP. If it reverses that VWAP, then all these stocks can really get a nice strength rip.
Yep. And the big thing to consider with these is that that previous day's close is right around 290.93 on the SPY. And so I think that's going to be a major level as well. It broke under that big level Mitch was talking about at 91.30s. And so now the next level is 90.93, I believe. That's the previous day's close. That usually has a decent amount of sway. SQ, look at SQ really break down here. SQ just broke lows. Looking really weak here as well for SQ. Roku doing the same thing. So market's turning.
And also,
Getting a little bit more volatility now, but I don't know if I'm going to trade today.
yeah, the good thing is now that you got the ability to really judge your risk. You should know the supports on all those stocks.
I don't know if I'm waiting on AMD. I don't know if I'll even trade it. We'll see. AMD's right at the bottom of the range too now.
MU still holding the strongest, seeing as it's the one with the catalyst.
Sorry, I realize I've been typing. I'm not sure how loud that was, but sorry about that. Yeah, so maybe look for a bounce here for Roku. If it bounces up to 94, maybe a little VWAP projection play with a risk of like, I don't know, 94.25 or so. Doesn't look terrible. It just depends on what the market does here. If the market maintains below these levels, we'll see. Yeah, I mean Roku. What I mean is like what I'm talking about with Roku is if it bounces up here, then I'll consider it. Right around there. If Roku can bounce up there, I'll think about it. Same thing with SQ to a certain extent. Even CGC, I mean, CGC, if it gets up to 50, I might consider that as well. I just think about where to set my risk. Probably have to set it at 75, so about a 25% risk. And so if I get in at 55, that's about a 20-cent risk. And then 35-cent reward, so almost 2-to-1. I might consider it with like 100 shares. Let's see what we can do. Part of me thinks I maybe should just kind of sit on my green day. But I do like all the resistance that's above CGC here. And I also, maybe instead of 75, I could use like 65, which would give me a little bit better risk reward for CGC. Just depends on what the spread's like when it actually finally gets up there. Honestly, I ended up getting an i7, but I kind of wanted the AMD Ryzen 7 instead, but I went with the Legion. I think AMD eventually will surpass Intel, though.
Having a real test of patience today.
Oh, with what?
One stock I've been calling out all day long. Not gonna miss it.
MU?
Nope. CVM.
I don't know. Alright, so here we get a spike up to on CGC. I'm gonna do this, guys. I'm gonna play it slow. Market's super slow and boring today. I'm gonna buy 50 shares of CGC and just let it, and just see if we get the washout. I'm not trying to take any big risks. If I feel myself with the kind of urge to trade, and I don't want to force trades or over trade, then this is one of the ways I do it. I just buy really small sizing so I can kind of not miss the move if it does happen and not have some FOMO, but also not really risk that much in these type of moves. We will see. Just think of this as adding my 50 shares back that I took off earlier. Alright, we are getting a little bit of a bounce in Roku here. I mean, shorting it doesn't look terrible. We would just have to get up another 50 cents or so. Alright, so we are getting a squeeze on CGC. I think I gotta be a little careful here now.
Alright, guys. I have my starter there. CVM. Real early starter. Just in case it fades from these 790s, doesn't get to 8, I can at least take a trade.
I'll throw you up. Hold on. Alright, guys, I'm gonna throw
This
myself.
is going to be a while. Just in case you guys get a little impatient in this trade, just understand that I'm going for a bigger range.
Are you long or short? Oh, you're short. Okay.
Short. Riot, there he goes. It popped. I would like to buy it on this pullback, but I'm not going to take 2 trades right now. I just want to focus on CVM. I feel like it's the best opportunity. But Riot, we saw that hold 355, 355, 355. Then it couldn't even get to 355. As long as you see the volume jumping in, time and sales getting bigger and bigger, you should have that confirmation that that can break out.
Yep.
Definitely one to watch. Sorry about that. There we go, looking better for us. One of the key things is I don't want to add too early. I don't want to rush and be like, man, I have to get bigger sizing so I can get a big win on this. No. If for some reason I only get that 89 entry or 90 entry and it just completely just washes out right here, you just got to be happy. You got to take with what you got. If it comes back, then I can worry about getting a better pricing and taking a big swing on this. But at first, you take your starter, look for it to come your way, and if it just completely fades out, hey, I'll take the win.
Yep. Yeah, I
Look
like
at
that
this
one,
spot.
especially if it can break under 780. It looks really good.
Yeah, without a doubt. If it heads to VWAP, well, I'm in the game.
We got Roku
Talk
back up to the
about this
VWAP.
pre-market, guys. That's the main thing. I didn't want to hesitate. I saw them 790s, and I told myself, hey, I know you want that 8 entry, but sometimes you don't get the exact entry you need, but the risk and reward is still there. I can risk all the way up to 820 in this stock, and still the risk to reward makes sense. 20 cents for a dollar gain, I'll take that anytime.
Yep.
Like I talked about the SPY, you wanted to see when it was going to hold, if it was going to hold that resistance at 291.30s, and you see it popped right back over and looking like it wants to come to VWAP. This is why I used the 15-minute, not the 1 minute, not the 5 minute on the SPY. I feel very confident in that now. I think for at least my trading, I'm really going to try my best not to change the SPY to a 1 minute or 5 minute. I feel like every single time I get to these points where I want to trade, I start getting impatient. I change the SPY to a 1 minute or a 5 minute, and I react based upon that, and I lose almost every time. And so one of the best things you want to learn is that the SPY fakes out a lot,
100%.
and it fakes out on the 1 and 5 minute.
Yep.
On the 15 minute, you're going to have a lot better understanding of the trend and not overreact to the moves.
Beautiful trade so far, man. Look at that breakdown. Nice job, bro.
Just let it go. I understood the trade. I looked for it in the pre-market, knew that it was going to come back to resistance, and that's what we're going to look to get into so that we could have the better risk to reward and not try to rush into this trade at the beginning when this just did a flush down and VWAP fade. Instead, we looked for this resistance reject, got one rejection, didn't overreact. Once it touched that level again, didn't seem like it was going to get above it. I went in and hit it right there on the top of the resistance. I don't mind taking a starter there and looking to see if this can come down here. Now we're up over $100 on only 500 shares.
Beautiful trade, man. Nice
Expect the bounce back to 780s here. And then what we want to see here is the time in sales start showing up here higher and higher as the volume gets bigger. You want to see it start filling up as it bounces, not on the way down. You want to see it bounce, fill, bounce, fill, bounce, fill. Those are people adding to their shorts and trying to take CVM down. I don't mind if it pops here to 780. I'm not going to rush to profit in this one. I'm looking for a big reward on this one. The range is huge. Don't over rush to the profit just because you see a good amount.
Just be careful because it is at the VWAP, and so it,
That's not an issue here. It's still holding a bearish pattern. Remember, that's an intraday VWAP. If you look at yesterday's VWAP, I would focus more on that VWAP than the intraday VWAP.
Well, the VWAP is an intraday indicator, so it's an
Mhm.
intraday trend indicator.
Yes. So you see it below it, okay, and then you look back on yesterday's, and you see it above it, and then you see the levels. The levels of rejection are up there at 8. As long as it doesn't get past that 8, you're still there.
For sure.
You're still there. Look where the volume came in yesterday. Where did it really come in? It came in on that break of 8.
Yep.
And that's what I'm watching. If this bounces and just goes through 8, let it go. $100 is really not going to fade me. I'm at the point where I'm looking for bigger ranges and understanding that if I go for bigger ranges, stick to my risk, the reward will increase like it did yesterday. I gave myself a chance with CVM. I had a 10-cent risk and was able to get like 60 cents, 80 cents on it. That's what I'm looking for.
Roku's fading. I kind of wanted to take that one too.
I've done
RBLT, no
too many
volume.
trades. I've done too many trades to keep chasing those 10 cents. I've realized that I don't want to be trading for those scalps anymore. I want to take less trades. I want to take more selectiveness, and I want to hit them harder. That's really what I'm trying to focus on, guys. And you guys will see me start doing this.
For sure. I think we always got to find our own niche in trading. And whatever
Exactly.
works
And
for you, brother.
just working on it, I feel like when I go for exact ranges, I have a tendency of paying attention way too much to the total P&L, and then I don't get the right risk to reward requirements, at least from my system and the way I want to trade. Um, I'm a trader that I believe a lot in not just rushing towards profit. Just because you're in the green, I heard traders say this all the time. A, a green trade is always going to be a green trade. It's not going to be a red trade. So you cut it, at least you have a winning trade. It's really not the way I trade. Really not the way I believe in trading. And so with that, I'm trying to expand that same concept. So being smarter on the risk side, be tight on that risk side, low risk, high reward. I talk about this last week often. You want to have in trading low risk, high consequence. So if it goes against you, yeah, there's high consequence. You might need to get out really quickly. But that high consequence can also give you a good reward. Let's say we take a great entry with a low risk, high reward, and it doesn't go to our risk. If it goes to our reward, that's a big gain. That's a big consequence. Except this consequence is actually a good one. It's just something that comes after your action. And that's really what trading is about. You take an action, and then there's a consequence because of it. We can't look at it as a positive or negative. Right and wrong is not what we're doing here. We're just trading a system. So if you stick to that system, trade with that low risk, you should still get that ability to take these kinds of trades. Appreciate it, Sid. Thanks for sticking by. One of the things that I try to really teach you guys is kind of the psychology, and the longer time that you spend in the market, you're going to get kind of learning your style, learning your personality, and what really works. We see what SPY come back to VWAP. Like we talked about, what ends up happening, most stocks are holding. A&D did pull back a pretty good amount there, all the way down to the support of that first green candle where the open happened. But you still got that kind of hold. The one that held the best is MU, because we talked about it, the catalyst that's involved in it.
All right, so I'm still in CGC. It's broken down. It's at the low of the day now. This is just a little baby trade with 50 shares. I'm just trying to scalp it so I don't get too much FOMO. But just a quick little $10, $15 gain. And then I'm
It
going to be
wasn't a
out of
bad
it.
trade.
No, I
I'm
mean,
not
it
going to
worked out.
focus on the profit amount. Talk
Well,
about the cents.
Yeah.
How much sense did you risk and how much sense did you gain, John?
Risked about. Hold on, I'm still in it. Hold on one second. I'm managing it
It's
now.
really the key. I think when you focus on that, you become such a better trader. So, share size is just a matter of money.
Yeah.
Cent size is a matter of skill. If you're risking 5, 10 cents and always making 20, 30 cent gains, that's skill. That's
Yeah.
not that's not luck.
I think I was risking 15 cents and I made 30 cents so far.
What is that? 2-to-1 return.
Yeah.
It shows skill. And that's what I want you guys really to focus as traders that start off. You have to learn to focus on your skill level versus focusing on realized or unrealized profit. The
There's
faster
18.
you start focusing on that, you'll get better at your skills and you'll start trading better because you're trading by cents and not by share size.
I'm just gonna go ahead and get out of this one. That's I got about a 30 cents per share gain, $15 gain, but you can see I'm up only $33, $34 on the day. I'll take it though. It was a very small trade, and for 50 shares to make a decent little gain, I'll take it. You know.
Downside here, guys. Downside push. Watch the SPY. See if it holds those 291s, 30s, and then opens a new candle, cracks down below that number. That's what you would want to see for the complete flip down. If not, look for the next candle to open up higher, and that could show strength back to VWAP. This is one of those ones that you have to have extreme patience for. I'm sure John's like, man, I'd take that 100, run away.
Yeah, man.
It looks interesting. This is one of those that I actually kind of like. This is one of those that instant green. Don't put pressure on yourself. You're in the green. Just relax. What did we want to see, guys? I talked about it when I got into this stock. We wanted to see this stock drop, filling on the bounces up. And that's what we got here. We got a fill here at 75 for 3,000 shares. Okay, that's someone adding to their position, their short position that they took somewhere in that last pattern that was up there. So that's a good sign. Now you see 4,000 shares jump in there at 69. Really trying to knock it down here. $0.31 gain, Junior. Good job. That's what I'm talking about. It's exactly what I'm talking about. Go ahead and look at the risks that you took in each trade, and that's what you should focus on. Do that every single day. Write down the cents gained. Don't write down the total P&L that you're gaining, and you're going to see your total P&L just take off.
Yeah, I know a lot
Because
of.
what?
Oh,
You're
go ahead.
focusing on the right thing. Go ahead.
I know a lot of trading rooms even have like rules. I know like the Trade Ideas trading room even has like rules that you cannot mention your actual profit. You can only mention your percent share or cents per share gain. They don't actually even let you say, yeah, I made $100 or I made $200. They only allow you to say, I made 10, 15 cents per share. And I think that's a good rule. I'm not going to make us do it here because obviously, I mean, we show everything. But I like that rule from Trade Ideas. I definitely understand it for sure.
Yep. It's one of those that you have to understand. And the more you go into trading, you'll realize I can't be focused on being that hero. I'm not trying to hold on to this one to be a hero for you guys. I'm trying to trade this correctly the way that I know, the system should hold. And I'm just going to stay to that. If the outcome becomes an amazing outcome, well, that's part of it. In the same way, if it goes against me, if this trade goes against me and I don't get any profit, hey, I stuck to that system. I stuck to that complete trading plan. And that's all you can do as a trader. You do that every single day. Give yourself a pat on the back. Stay in the system. Stay in this game, and you shall profit.
Justin, I see you. You took the same fade as me on CGC. It was a beautiful fade, honestly, for CGC, and this is one I've been milking. I got out at 17 at 39.17, so I'm really happy with my exit there. And I think you could add back on the VWAP and then just hold until it breaks that 39.55 previous high right there. You could approach it that way. Not an investment professional, not liable if it doesn't work. Make your own assessment of the market. Yada yada yada, liability, yada yada yada. But yeah, CGC's been really reliable with fades today. I've been enjoying that one. Roku as well. That VWAP projection, I called this one out on Roku as well, just to show you guys. I even drew this arrow right here, showing like that's where I would short it if I was gonna take it. But I was already in CGC when it happened. Today's just a really sideways day for a lot of these stocks, and so it's a little bit tough to trade today. A little bit harder to trade for sure. Nice, Justin. Hey man, glad you took it, brother.
On back up there, VWAP, looking strong.
Also, guys, go check out our website. We got a lot of good free content, a lot of free classes. I'll post that link here as well. Got a lot of cool free stuff. We actually have a free trading course where we break down, different strategies we use, the different kind of setups and tools that we use in the market. And so if you want to see that, check this out. There's the link. Go check out our website. A lot of free content. We break down strategies. We break down classes, patterns, brokers. We have broker reviews on there. We got a lot of good resources for new traders to take advantage of. So go check out our website. And like I said, we'll be doing a Trade Ideas giveaway sometime soon. I'll have to work out the details, but we'll be doing a Trade Ideas giveaway sometime soon. And so yeah, we'll see. I'll have to see what we can do with them, but it should be fun. Oh man, but I've actually been able to drink coffee today. Let's see if I can hold it down.
Just gotta hang out, guys. It's gonna take a little while. So I said from the beginning, slow moving stock. Well, they're not slow moving, slow volume stocks are gonna move a little slower, and the moves are gonna be a little bit more erratic. So you just gotta understand the risk and just take your trades.
Like I said, well, we got a minute. Go check out Trade Ideas. There's the link in the chat. Best scanners in the game. We will be doing a giveaway for them sometime soon where we give away 1 free month of Trade Ideas. But if you want to see the best scanners in the game, honestly, I have a bunch of different strategies. I even have a VWAP fade scanner I'll try to include on the stream tomorrow. But a lot of really nice features of Trade Ideas. One of the most real-time scanners. And I just think they make sense for traders. I think regardless of what your niche or niche is in the trading world, I think Trade Ideas most likely has a pre-made scan for it. And if not, it's pretty simple to build your own scans. And I'll have to make a video on that. But there's the link in the chat. You can go check those out. Also, hit that subscribe button, guys. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. We do this live every weekday. So hit that subscribe button and show your support. Even when I was sick, I still did the stream. So that's commitment right there, guys. So hit that subscribe button. Show your love. RVLT. I mean, RVLT looks a little dull to me. Yeah, I mean, it's this thing's not moving at all. I mean, it's on the Nasdaq, but the volume, it's just no volume. It's not moving. I mean, it's kind of volatile relative to the price, but the spread is huge relative to the price, and it's just not my style, man. I'm not hating on you for trading it, but it's just not my style whatsoever. Oh, and if you want to use the same platform and broker that Mitch and I use, that we're using right now, you can see the platform right there. Honestly, a really good platform for the price. It's only $15 a month for this platform, but their base package comes with 14,000 in buying power to trade with, a trading course, access to the trading chat room. There's no PDT rules, so you can day trade as much as you want. There is a profit split. It's very similar to a prop firm, and so there's a 70-30 split for their base package, I believe. And like I said, it comes with 14K in buying power. There is a $700 max loss, but you're only paying $400 for the package, and so it's good risk reward. And again, I don't think anywhere else in the trading world can new traders get that much buying power with that decent of commissions and no PDT rule, and actually have a shorting ability. And to be honest, I think most new traders are probably going to lose this account as well. But it'll allow them to take the time to learn how to trade, and it's just much cheaper than going the conventional broker route. Plus, this one comes with a course and chat room for less than $400. And if you think about it, some paper trading platforms are that cheap, or that expensive. And so, if you can make your account last over a month or two, it can kind of be the equivalent of paying for a paper trading or a chat room. And so, it makes sense. I'll post the link. The max loss overall is 700 for the intro package. I don't think there's a daily max loss. I think it's just an overall max loss of 700. But yeah, there's the walkthrough. Nightbot posted it above. And I'll post the other link here as well if you want to go straight to their package. But yeah, if you go to the Nightbot link, I break down the pros and cons in a walkthrough. And so go check that out. But if you want to actually just go to their page, there's the link there.
Cares like they're getting hit hard. GILD with a good fade. Let's see what else.
Yeah, that one had a good fade earlier today, for sure. Roku had a good little rejection there too. CGC's back at the VWAP.
You can look at this, the more expensive stock, but AMGN. The healthcare sector being down doesn't look like a bad fade. It's a bigger stock, though. You got to understand how to trade it.
Which one?
AMGN.
We got Riot that's dropping back down now too. Yeah, that one's at the VWAP too. What did SQ end up doing?
This trade's going to take a while. It's going to be one of those all-day trades.
All right. Well, I might close it down then. So,
yeah.
All right, guys. So, like I said, go check out TradeNet. There's the link in the chat right there. A lot of cool benefits to using them. Honestly, really beneficial for the new trader. You're going to hear some people hate on them, and that's understandable. But I don't think anywhere else in the trading world can you get that good of a deal and actually get so much buying power for that cheap. And I think it makes sense for new traders, especially because it comes with a course, chat room, and a lot of other cool stuff. So go check them out. Go check out Trade Ideas as well. Best scanners in the game by far. Easily the best scanners in the game. I'll try to post their link here one more time as well. And yeah, guys, go check out... Like I said, go check out our website. You know, we got a lot of good free content on there. We will be doing a Trade Ideas giveaway, and I should be putting review on how to kind of create your own scanners. So go check out Trade Ideas. There's the link for Trade Ideas if you want to check that out. Again, our website is beginnertrading.net. We got a lot of great resources for new traders for free. Everything we put on there is free. And so go check us out there. We got some good free classes, broker reviews. We got strategy breakdowns, video library, bunch of cool stuff, guys. So go check those out. And yeah, if you want to join our public Discord, I'll post that link here as well. Completely free public Discord. You know, our goal is to kind of turn this into a free day trading chat. And it's getting pretty big here. You know, we have, let's see. We've got almost 400 or almost 500 people in here now. So join our public Discord. There's the link. You want to say anything else, brother?
No, just definitely, guys, stick to your system. You know, I'm trading here at CBN because I established that pre-market and wasn't going to hesitate when it followed the plan. And really, that's what you got to do. You got to develop your own system. You got to develop your own plans. You got to stick to them. Whether it wins or loses is really not the matter. It's just going to be a matter of, are you holding yourself to your mathematical advantage? Do you have probability on your side? And that's all we look for, guys. We look for trades with high probability, low risk, high reward. I talk about this often, but you want to consider it to be low risk, high consequence. So, you know, regardless of whichever side, there's high consequence. Either you're going to get a nice big win or you're going to get a loss, and it's going to be on your risk side, and you have to go ahead and pull out. A lot of traders have a trouble with both sides of this, extending their wins and also cutting losses. If you understand both sides, that you're just trying to keep yourself in a mathematical advantage, you will end up working through your system and getting the profits that your system's entitled.
Yep. A lot of people really struggle with pulling out, you know, but never mind. Nobody understood my joke. Anyways, have a good day, guys.
Hey, guys, take it easy.
Good luck.